Thank you, Nilakshi, for doing the honor of introducing our speaker of the day. So, Hilal, are you there to please share the screen?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Please do it. Do it. So, according to the.
Okay, ma'am. I'm giving.
Sir, can you allow me to?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Please do that. Do that. It
Yes,
will be,
ma'am.
madam.
I have done. Ma'am, please share.
Yes, I'm sharing. Can you see the screen? Is it visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for the introduction. And then I think we've already met in the regional workshop with your sir here. He is very active. And then, first of all, I would like to say good evening to everyone. And I would like to thank God for keeping each one of us safe and sound. My warm regards to the organizing committee from both the institutions for giving me a chance to talk about our collaborative work with the rural community. And then the work that I'm going to talk is not only about Unat Bharat Abhiyan, but it is about the initiatives of the whole university. And I have to mention that this is my first time delivering a speech at any webinar or workshop, and I do hope that there will be some takeaways for each of the participants here. First up, let us look at our country. According to the 2011 census, the majority of the population of India are from the rural areas. About 69% of them, and the rest lives in urban areas. And as we can see, that the urban areas are congested with about 3,685 population per square kilometers as compared to our rural areas with only 279 population per square kilometers. So why so much of differences? When we look at the causes, we cannot help but mention that migration of rural people to the urban areas is one of the reasons. For example, how many of you have watched the news of migrant workers returning home during that lockdown? There were about 4 crore migrant workers, and out of which only 75 lakhs of them were able to return home in their villages through buses and trains. So, but take a second and think, why they went there in the first place, and what will they do after returning home? Like, for example, I have my nephew who works in Bangalore, and when we asked him to come home, he started thinking like, what will he do after reaching home? Will he be jobless for a few months? So these thoughts started coming in his head. So there is a push and pull factor that act as a motivation force for the people of the rural areas to migrate to urban areas, some of which are the opportunities that were given there, like employment and then education. Of course, we always say like the grass always look greener on the other side. So how about we water the grass on our side and make it greener? So by creating the opportunities that they need in the village itself. And as mentioned yesterday, I attended the webinar yesterday, and I couldn't agree more that the fact that smart village is a relative term and doesn't only revolve around technology, but it's about bringing smart solutions to the problems that we see at hand by strengthening the available resources and filling up the loopholes. So, In order to do this, we adopted a bottom-up approach where participation and empowerment of the people, rural people, we work with is considered very important. So when we went to the village, we talked to the panchayat members, meet the headman and other community workers like ward members, Anganwadi workers, health workers, and then school teachers and other community members and even children. We conducted baseline study or baseline survey to understand the situation of the villages and participatory rural appraisal like you can see in this picture here to understand what the people actually think about the village that they live in. There is one step that probably I've missed in the process is that because I just learned this step in one of the programs, that is after we analyze the collected data in the villages, we should go to the village and jointly assess the analyzed data. To make it, along with the community people, we should jointly assess the analyzed data so that it will be to make sure that it is actually aligned with the reality and the experiences of the people. So these are the meetings and the household survey that we did. So if we want to develop any village, we cannot go there and say like, hey, your village is underdeveloped and we are the experts. Let us build it for you. Well, that is wrong. Instead, the smart thing to do is build rapport with them and together identify and analyze the problems, set priorities, and plan solutions. Also keep in mind that we identify the strengths in the village, and we should build on it. So let me take you through the different interventions that we as a university have taken up based on the expressed needs of the people. So all our activities are not like we just go there and say like, hey, you need this, you need that, so let us do this for you. In fact, we just went there and interact with the people and understand their problems, and then so that is how all our initiatives are built on. So besides technology, we highly emphasize on the most important strength in the village. That is the people themselves. And in economic terms, you can say that they are human resources. So capacitating them right from children and youth who are a future generation, leaders and productive members who are the pillars of the home and the community as a whole, and men who will be the main supporter to bring development in the village. Process of capacitating them, we started opening up their minds to possibilities and ways that they can achieve the differences that they want to see in the village. So by participating in various educational programs, skill development program, health and hygiene, and women empowerment. So interestingly, when we talk to the people, the top priority that they want us to address is to reduce school dropout. So in partnership with the villagers and the village itself, departments, students, and different community partners, we started initiating these initiatives, which in our context were the smart choices to build smart villages. Education. So the first component is education. Since we are a university, so without a doubt, our strength would be education. So we started Swastayan, a commitment, and then Prajwal, a student accompaniment program, which was initiated by the Department of Social Work and the School of Commerce and Management, respectively. So to ensure holistic development of the high school children in the villages. So to guide these young minds, these young children in the villages, we conducted evening tuitions, life skills session, personality development, and we even take them for educational tour. So 1 hour on weekdays and also for graduate on Sunday. The university volunteers. We have volunteers from all the disciplines of the 5 schools under the university. They would take tuition for the high school students on subjects like English, maths, uh, social science, and science. So on an average, annually there will be about 100 students benefiting from these programs. And by with these initiatives, we were able to instill that hope and courage among the young children to dream for a better future and to also believe in themselves that they can get the better future that they want. So in this way, we were able to retain their school attendance and improve their academic performances. For these programs, the university classroom were used. And then that in itself motivated them to be determined to continue their studies because one day they too can be a college student. Here we have adopted new approach that is a home-based education program where the tutoring classes, it's almost the same with the Swastayan, but here it's almost the same as in the classroom, in the university classroom, but here we are taking tuitions in the homes of the learners. And each week, the place of learning rotated to another person's houses. So suppose me and my friends, 10 of us are in class 10. So we would have classes in my house this week. So which means the next week, we will have in my friend's house. So each class, like for 8, 9, 10, each of them will be having tuitions in one house together, and then we will rotate the houses every week. The thing is, to let parents and the community know the importance of performing or of education and how students should be provided a space in their own home to study. So this concept aimed at creating a learning environment at the homes of the children in the villages. And in this way, the parents started understanding, okay, so they will have tuition in my house, so which means I should keep quiet and not shout too much or do other things like they can do quietly. So that learning mindset that they have, like, so now when these children come and study, the moment they study, which means the parents' mindset started coming up like, okay, since she is studying or he is studying, which means I should not shout that much. So that learning environment started coming up in the mindset of the parents and the community as a whole. So in order to develop the psychosocial competence of the future generation, the university students, faculty, and alumni have started series of sessions on adolescent health, body safety rules, and the 10 core life skills, which was given by the World Health Organization. So these sessions were delivered through life skills through lecture, activities, games and sports, puppetry, art and craft, and we also give them a platform to express or to excel their talents. So we conduct these programs in schools as well as in children's homes. In this way, we were able to enhance these children's ability to cope with the challenges that they face every day. Because mind you, these children will be our future generation. So if they were able to cope with the challenges that they face, and then if we were able to instill in them the confidence that they can be productive members of the society later on. Another way to empower our future generation is by giving them the platform to speak up and express themselves, and by making them aware about their rights. With the mass communication department, we have produced a video on child rights in our local language of the villages here. And the most beautiful part is that these children were part of the video and they were actors in the video. And we also emphasize on the child line number 1098 or 1098, so that these children will have something to hold on, like if someone takes advantage of them or if they need help, they can call on that number. So the children that we work with are beautifully gifted and smart. And they are so brave that, like in this picture here, they can speak to 100 audience confidently, and they are natural in front of the camera. So I mean, if that does not count as strength in the village, then what is? So under the Unnat Bharat, emphasized on learners today, leaders tomorrow. It is an engagement towards bridging the gap between the school and the higher education that is us. The university, faculty, and students will go to these schools, rural schools, and conduct science exhibition, art and craft, quiz, different various competitions, and various awareness programs, and even remedial classes we would conduct. And it is amazing to see how their eyes spark with excitement when they see these different experiments, especially when the science students go there with their experiments. And then, like here in this picture, as you can see, they were like so excited to see, like, okay, so gravity can work this way, like that. They started asking questions. And the most positive point from these activities is that it has two ways. Number one, our university students learned how to apply the classroom learning and then deliver it in the field. So which means they really have to think, because their audience will be the school students. So which means they really have to think, and then they really have to prepare themselves so that they can speak and then explain to them in the most simple way. And then that is how learning comes about. And then, so we have the university students learning to apply the classroom learning. And then we have the students in the community. And these students started seeing that if we have education, these are the things that we can do, and it's awesome. So they started to have interest in learning, and that if that Baidu, that Dada can do that, even us can do. And they started having that eagerness to ask questions, because see, the fact is that they were able to ask questions because the ones who are going there were students themselves. So they are like, okay, they are still students just like me. So I can just ask any questions that I want. So that is how they started raising their questions, raising their opinions, and they started asking, like, Dada, if I want to be like this, what do I need to study? So they started asking career tips from our students. And then in this way, we started developing the love for learning, hoping that this will be one way to reduce the school dropout and to enhance their academic performance. And then here we have, so without a doubt, when we talk about smart village, digital literacy comes in our mind. So the university has given computer classes to women, youth, under Vinit Agrata program. Swastayan, Swabalamban, and last year under the leadership of Dr. Jacob Islari, faculty from the Department of Social Work, we were able to set up a community here, like you can see there, a community computer education program. So a community center, a community means the children in the village are children because we've been working and loving each other. So these children who would come to the community center, to the community computer center, like it is the first time that they ever touch a computer and they ever on a computer, they ever touch that mouse and then type, and then it is the first time. And we would teach them how to type a letter and then how to send emails and then use Microsoft Word and how to access e-materials so that they can use it for their studies. So that is when the computer center then they
Hello, Hilal.
Sir,
Hello.
my was left in relation to network problem.
Is there any is the speaker not available?
No, no, sir. CS means network problem, sir.
Okay. We understand. So this is the difficulty, challenges in conducting, a virtual program. I hope the participant can understand and would not lose the interest of the sessions in the coming sessions. I'm very sorry, this we cannot handle, being a country, where everything is been developing. Now, so many things are there. One of the challenges is this one, which I faced in the couple of months during a different event. Some time ago, we already conducted such long marathon seminar for innovation and startup. Yes. So I'm
The
very
ma'am
sorry.
just called me.
Yeah.
Yeah, like she lost the connection and she's trying to join again.
Yes. That's why, I requested all the participants to remain, be there, because she has so many things to share in such a tender age. She has done a good job beating almost all the, higher education institute where, where Bineshwar Brahmo Engineering College were also one of the participant in that competition. I can understand, Bineshwar Brahmo Engineering College has just started his journey to Unnat Bharat Abhiyan, but nevertheless, this time was enough for to do something, and that's why, this Hazel, the speaker of the day, is there to share her experience. How did they got, because it was the prize or the ceremony was hosted by the vice president of India, where, it was announced that this institute got awarded. Probably many of you know about this event, where the best performing institute were, or the participating performing institute were appreciated, given with a certification and also a kind of, token money were there. Nevertheless, money is not an issue, the zeal and the interest is interest. So that's why, we have so many things to learn from her. One of the things which very interest to me today is that we should all the institute whoever has in this Unnat Bharat Abhiyan or one whoever in a different subject or paradigm, they should get at least a mobile number for help. This is really very good. So I yeah, please. Yeah, so that's why this is very good, and all of the college who are here, the institutes, they probably have a computer in their institute colleges, that can be also made available to the people. Yeah, welcome Hazel. This is the
Sorry, the internet connection was.
yeah, that's all right. I was also thrown out 2 times. So no problem, we understand, and we already informed all the esteemed participant very much supportive. They were here until you joined. So I was informing that you have done a good job. So you can share your screen and then we can start this continue the session.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so we are here. Yeah, so please.
Thank you. So yeah, here we give the capacity building program on understanding a child to the Anganwadi centers or to the Anganwadi workers and helpers under the Department of Social Work. Yeah, I really like this project because I was involved from the time of from the first pilot study, because that time I was a student. So the foundation of education in the village is the Anganwadi Center, who caters to our preschoolers. In order to strengthen it, the Department of Social Work, in collaboration with the University College Dublin Volunteer Overseas, have initiated the International Student Exchange Program in 2014 with an objective to create an educative and child-friendly Anganwadi centers where these children and workers feel happy to come and spend time together and learn together. So we have successfully renovated around 27 Anganwadi centers and then installed one park, like a play park with a swing and a slide for one Anganwadi centers. And then through this program, we've also installed hand pumps and renovate toilets. So these volunteers from both the university, that is from UCDVO as well as from our university, were also engaged in conducting life skills session to these children, and then workshops on women's rights and other awareness programs addressing some of the issues of the community. So to really understand Most of our programs, it's not only about building or capacitating in the village, but it is about, since we are a university, so we help the students also to learn in the process of developing a community. Yes. Majority of the youths in our villages nearby are school dropout, and parents are quite concerned about their whereabouts, and then especially because most of them started involving in unhealthy habits because they have lots of free time. So, and plus these youth have nothing to look forward to. So the departments, the different departments in the School of Technology initiated Swabalamban with an aim to provide employability skills to the unemployed youths. And they were not only teaching skills, but the faculty of the School of Technology were also demonstrating to them how to be responsible for their own life, and they can start off by taking these training programs seriously and completing it. Through this initiative, in collaboration with different community partners, we have these training programs, skill programs, which were given to the unemployed youth, like training on electrical, house wiring, welding, fitting, and then designing solar and power and LED lamp, carpentry, and desktop publishing. Till date, around 228 unemployed youths were benefited from this program. So these are the pictures in action during the training. Now we'll come to another component, that is health and sanitation. We cannot deny the old saying that health is wealth. And in this area, the Department of Psychology, Social Work, Unat Bharat Abhiyan, and the University Dispensary have started a series of outreach programs targeting improved health and sanitation and mental health well-being. We have also begun psychosocial assessment and then counseling for individuals and families and healthcare intervention. The university nurse, like here, you can see here, the university nurse would visit the village often, and then I would like to mention one case when she was asking this person, this old person, what she was like, she used to go with the fieldwork students, so that is how she knows like which house has someone who is not well. So she would go to the field with the students, and then there is one person, he was like quite old, and then she was asking like what sickness you have, and then he was complaining about his physical health, and then he was saying like, sister, I keep on taking medicine, but I'm not healed. I don't know what kind of doctors. So sister was like, can you please show me the medicines? And then when he was showing, see, these are the medicines that I went and buy from the pharmacy and asked like, I'm sick like this, so please give me medicine. So he had one set of medicines that he got from the pharmacy without prescription. And then he also went to the doctor to make sure. And he got another set of medicines from the prescription that the doctor gave. So he have two types of medicine from different companies, because obviously the pharmacy and the pharmacists and the doctors, it's not possible that they will always give the same type of medicine from the same company. So the thing is, he is taking both the medicine from different companies, treating the same sickness. So the sister was so shocked, and then she was checking some of the medicines, and it's like there is an expiry date, like he is beyond expiry date, the medicines. So sister was explaining to him like, see, it is very dangerous to take medicine like this. Once the doctor gives medicine, you take dose only, you finish the course. And then don't just go around and self-medicate yourself, because it might lead to overdose. So he was so shocked, because he thought like, okay, I can just take so that I can get well better and faster. So that is how we started the psycho-education in the village, where our sister would go to the houses, and then they would explain, like even to the family members, like for TB, what they have to do, and how they can help the loved ones who are suffering from this illness, how they can help in the recovery process. Because it's not possible, like if I'm sick and then if they at home, they expect me to do everything. There's no way that I'm going to be healed. So in that way, sister started explaining, giving psycho-education to the community members, that if they are sick, you have to help so that they can get healed faster. So that is why we started going to the village and explaining. And then we also have like this, we also use sports and then street play to explain or to promote health. So another important criteria when we talk about promotion of health is safe drinking water. And based on the express need of the people, the Center of Excellence of Nanotechnology has developed a water purification system where we give it to the village. 12 of them have been developed, and we give it to the villages. And then under the International Student Volunteer Exchange Program, we have installed and prepared free drinking water, 2 pumps and 1 well. And for this initiative, the BBC Storyworks production have covered. And then I would like to show again to you the video that was produced by the BBC. So the next component of our programs is women empowerment. And When we talk about women empowerment, they are the pillars of the family, like I said earlier. And then their full participation and partnership of both the women and men is required if we have to develop a village. So empowering the women to improve their economic, socio-economic, as well as health status is essential. So through our initiative, we wanted to build the confidence and also help the community recognize the beautiful and powerful women in their family as well as the community. So here, through the Unat Bharat Abhiyan, we started a stage program. And this stage program aimed to bring about gender equality and also to empower our young girls to be able to speak up about their concern through drama. And here we also try to recognize the women in the villages by conducting different activities, especially during the Women's Day celebration. We would celebrate it in the community. And as you can see there, the Women's Day celebration, that picture is very how to say it, it's very touching for me because we can really see their face enjoying and then everyone giving the full attention that yes, we are being recognized as women and that there is even a day that they want to celebrate just for being us. And then that is one sense of empowerment in them. And interestingly, there is one village when we were conducting this Women's Day celebration, the men in the village were telling us like, why you have only a Women's Day and why not Men's Day? It's partial. Why we cannot have Men's Day? So in that context, we even started we even had a program, a day for the men, and then we conducted like cricket match between the married men versus the unmarried men, and then obviously the married men with lots of experience, they won. And then this is very interesting is because like the men seeing how the women are being recognized, sometimes we forget that they also should be recognized because they are part and parcel of the community. And that is how we respected their opinions. And then we also conducted that program for them. And based on the home-based education program, the women in the villages started having that eagerness to learn. And then that is how the Department of Education started this adult education program where we are not only teaching them about literacy skills, but we are also giving them series of workshops on nutrition and then balanced diet, mental health, physical health, like including communicable and non-communicable diseases. And we also give a session on child development and parenting. So Vinit Agrata is initiated by the Women Empowerment Cell under the Department of Computer Science, Engineering and Information Technology. And it aims at empowering the women by giving them the knowledge and the skills that is required for their workplace. Yeah. Again, from Unat Bharat Abhiyan, in order to enhance the economic status and the nutritional status of the women and the family, we give a training on mushroom cultivation to the women. And then we have a workshop also on cloth bag making, because I think you all remember that we had a campaign on no plastic campaign in the village. So we were asked to give a bag to the woman, and then we will take the plastic from them. So instead of doing that, we started thinking, what can we do so that they will not depend on us by us giving a bag, and then after it's get done, that's it. So what we did is we make an announcement in the university, and then we ask anyone who have old clothes to give it to us. So we had lots of old clothes, and then we take those old clothes to the community, and then we call a tailor here, the one in the black kurta. She is a local tailor, and then we called her and then asked her like, can you please teach our woman to make cloth bag? And then she came happily. She came and then she was teaching them. She took a workshop where they will know how to stitch the cloth bag and how to stitch it well so that it will not get torn. So while they were stitching and enjoying themselves, that they learned something new, and then I can hear them talking like, why did I even throw those old clothes? I can start stitching and sell these bags, and then so that we can take it to the market instead of taking plastic. So here we can see like that their mindset started changing and seeing the possibilities in something that is just waste. So that is how we try to capacitate the women by using their own things that they already have, and then started building them up. So I think I thought of showing the video, but the time is not, like we don't have much time anymore, and I heard that some of them is not clear. So I'm going to shift the video. The video is about the different projects and then how it impacted the people. So because I heard like the audio is not that clear, that's why, so I'm going to skip. So here we have, so we all have a part to play, and we believe that all of us, teachers, students, universities, private sectors, and then government sectors, all are capable in extending a hand to contribute for the social transformation of the village. And then one of the strategy that we have, like some of the strategy that we have in making our projects sustainable is that most of I'm going to correct, our programs sustainable, is that most of our programs are run by the university students, faculty, and staff. So all of us work together from every department. So most of our programs, we also have interdepartmental programs. So it's like not only one department, because we all need the experts from every department. And then that is how it is sustainable, because even if suppose if I go, the program will still go because someone will come and then will continue the work. Because it is built in each of us, University of Assam Don Bosco University, that we should be socially committed to the community. And then, in fact, it is part of our vision. And then, why most of these programs somehow they work is because it is not us who initiate this program, but it is the community who express the need. That's why it is emerged out of the need from the community. That is why we initiate different programs. And then when we talk about our students, they should have the ownership towards the program, because they will, if they don't have the ownership towards the program, they cannot go to the village and say like, we want to do this program, and the villagers will see that they just want to do it for, how to say, document sake. But no, since they all have a heart to do it, and trust me, the community are smart. The villagers, they are very smart, and they can feel. Like if you go there, and then show them that you really have the willingness, trust me, they will collaborate with you. But then if you just go there and say like, see, I know that you can do this, you can do that, and then we can do this for you. That is not the way you work in the community, because the community have more knowledge than us, especially when it comes to their own development. And then one more component is that the ownership of the people. So before we start any program, we collaborated and we engaged the people from the time that from the planning stage. And then so we involve the community from the very start of the program. And then we also select, like for example, the water filter. We nominated, or we asked the community members to nominate someone who will be the one who will maintain. And then even for the Anganwadi workers, the Anganwadi centers where we renovated, we talk with the Anganwadi workers from the time before we even say, yeah, we will do and renovate this Anganwadi for you. But then we said like, we will renovate the Anganwadi if you can convince the community people to work with us, so that they can help and work with us in building, at least see the roof where the students are sitting. Most of the roof are like off, it's torn. And then when it rains, it's like they cannot sit in that center. So most of the children, like we chose those centers where children cannot even sit in the center, but then they have to sit at the veranda of the school, because their Anganwadi centers is not working because it's torn. So we asked them to find out who can work with us, like who can fix the roof with us, and then who will be together with us and do the work together with us. Because at the end of the day, they will have to take care of it, not us. Because that is how we have to build their ownership. And then if they feel like from the planning stage, we are involving them, so they feel that sense of, okay, they respected us, they respected our opinions, they listened to us. And then, yes, I think I also can contribute something by taking care of what was given to us, or of what that we've worked together to get it. So that is some of the strategy that we work. And then last and not least, before I say thank you, as coordinators, we should have the skill, the interpersonal relationship skills, where you can work with anyone. You have to work with children, you have to work with youth, you have to work with women, you have to work with older person, you have to work with high academicians, and then you have to work with people who are in the organization, you have to work with everyone. So which means you need to be humble, because if you're not humble, they will still be like, will I work with that proud person, so that arrogant person. So the first thing is that you have to be humble, and then you have to have that interpersonal relationship skills, and always think that, okay, they are very good, that's why I will have to listen sometimes. And obviously it does not mean that you will not raise your opinions if they take advantage of you. You have to stand your ground as well. And the second thing is that you listen to people, and then you should be able to have that skill to identify potential from the children to the older person, and then from the students. Trust me, the students have good ideas, and then if only we listen, we can actually bring out beautiful things. Like for the stage program, it was not my idea, it was the students' idea. They said, "Miss, can we do this in the village?" I said, yeah, you can do. So you have to be approachable, so that teachers and students who have ideas, can come to you and then tell you, and then you also have to identify, like, this person have the potential on waste management, this person have the potential on engaging with people, so this person have the potential on working with children or education, on technology. So you have to identify these things and then push them, because I'll tell you, last and foremost, everyone wants to help, everyone wants to make the society better, from the community members till our students and faculty. Everyone wants to do a part to bring and develop our villages that we live in. The only thing that we can do is give them the platform that they can share the experience and give back to the society that they live in. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much, Hazel, for a wonderful session. It's motivating. It's good to see so many activity you are doing. Perfect. Thank you so much. So participant, I would like to request, if you have some question, you can come live, you can unmute yourself, and you can directly ask Miss Hazel. She is available for your question. Let me scan through this chat also. You can put in a chat also. Hazel, I have got one question for you. It's from Nagaranjan. He is very active participant. He asked, the number of, how many people, that the number of person that benefited from your computer and spoken English courses. Probably, like, it's depend on your village, or it depend on your area. So like maybe just a number.
So we've already started in batches. So the first batch was like 15, because we have 15. And then the second batch, we have around 35. And then the third batch, which is still going on, but then the pandemic. So we have to, it was like in the process, we are doing like 36. And we already have from Swastayan around 20 in 2014. And then we have from, because we have from different programs. So approximately, I would say more than 100.
All right. That's good.
Yeah,
Good number, convincing number. Okay, so any more question? You can use the chat also. I'll read it and convey the question.
And then even if it's not questions, they can give their suggestions as well, so that we can learn together.
Correct. It's so humble of you. That's also there. But anything like you wanted to know from her, that how do they do it? How do they initiate it? That's very good. So that question can be asked directly to her, because maybe it's not possible always to interact, but sometimes this kind of platform will give you a direct live interaction. So this is good. If you have something, please show up your question. Okay, Hazel, so let me know from you, in your video, in your presentation, I have seen so many experts from abroad. Probably they are from the country like Norway and Sweden were there. So it was a part of this program. Yeah, it was a part of this Unnat Bharat program, or
Yes.
it was okay. So
No. It was not part, because for Unnat Bharat we just started, and then we've conducted different programs, but then we just started like 2 years back. So with the time that we have, so we started different programs, but then that one started in 2014, which is not part of the Unnat Bharat. So I'm giving the programs, the initiatives of the whole university and of the 5 schools under the university.
all right.
Anything?
Yes, all right. No, I'm scanning it at the process request. Okay, Nagarajan goes under one more question, I think. So he says, in what way you are helping the village? I don't understand. Sorry, my fault. I don't understand about planning. Yeah.
Yeah. So the thing is, we actually learned because it's part of the Unat Bharat Abhiyan. We've learned a lot from it. And then when we were taking activities before, we work, of course, we work with the headman and the panchayat, and then together we plan together, and then we ask, before we start we would go to the panchayat and then we ask like what are the things that we can do together, and then like we explain first. And the thing is, before we actually intervene in the village planning or like that, we have to build a good rapport first with them. So that is from, we are trying to build a good rapport first with them, and then we are trying to build the trust, their trust, so that, okay, they'll know that we mean what we say. It's not like, hey, we will do this, and then we can do this. No, it is a process. So that's why we have to build that rapport first with them and work together with them first, because only then we can start pitching in, like, can we plan together for this one, like that. Because unless they have that trust on you, definitely they will not open up. So it's not only the trust on me, it is the trust with our students, with our faculty who goes to the villages. So we are in the process of building that trust and then gaining their trust on us. Yeah.
Yes.
Thanks,
Thank you
madam.
so much. Yeah, please ask.
Thanks, madam, for your clarification.
Okay, Nagarajan. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah.
So, anybody has got any question?
I think I was taking more time in the presentation.
No, that's
Madam,
all right.
madam, one thing. It
Yes,
is
please
the
ask.
education institutions to pave the way for the development. Village development needs the cooperation of the education institutions. You have to build the behavior.
Can you type the question, because I cannot, it's not audible. Can you type it in the chat?
Mr.
I think it's not audible.
Yeah, Mr. Nagarajan. So it's,
Nagarajan.
yeah, so it's, your voice is breaking. It's not clear. We are not able to understand. No, I think there is a bandwidth issue with your end or our end. I don't know, but it was not connected properly.
Yeah, I cannot hear.
Yeah, so Gitesh Sharma has got, for the village, suggests some tips. This COVID-19 has no
Sir
feature.
Nagaranjan, you can just take my Sir Nagaranjan, since we cannot hear your question, so you can take my email ID from Sir, and then you can send an email with your queries, and then I will send it.
Yes. So
Yeah,
Hazel,
it's
one more
better
question
like
is
that.
there. Yeah, one more question is there, and that's from Gitesh Sharma. He asked about some tips that and this COVID-19 is also has no feature.
Oh,
Probably some tips.
okay, I actually have a PPT. I also have that presentation, but it's like I did not show. The thing is, what we did from Unat Bharat Abhiyan is that we've translated, we've checked from the WHO, the preventive measures, and then we've translated that into Assamese, because our area is Assamese, like speaking, most of the people are Assamese speaking. So we did that, and then we give that to the panchayat, and then we all have our WhatsApp group. So since that time we cannot come, and plus even me, I just came back, and yesterday I just finished my home isolation actually. So what we did is we just sent through the WhatsApp, and then we asked them to send to everyone, and then to paste it in the panchayat as well. So the preventive measures, that is number one. Number two is, what we did is we collaborated with the Department of Psychology and Mass Communication. And then we give an awareness program regarding COVID-19, and then how to take care of yourself. And then that also is done in Assamese, and it's already in YouTube. And then we have another program that is how to take care of your mental health. That also is done with the Art Unat Bharat Abhiyan, and then in collaboration with the Department of Psychology and the Department of Mass Communication. That also we did a video in Assamese how they should take care of their mental health. So these are few things, and then from the university we went and give relief, and then the alumni group they asked the children homes, like after giving awareness program about COVID-19, and then how they should prepare, how they should take care of themselves. They asked the children in the children's home to make appreciation cards for the frontline workers. And then they pay that one because it will be as a fundraising activity in the home. And then they took those cards and they went and gave to the police and the health workers. What is beautiful about this project is that the children started understanding, okay, that these are the people who are working day and night to keep us safe. And what is our role? Our role is to maintain social distance, to not go out, and then to take care, wash our hands. We give all of that. And in the process, they started appreciating the police when before they usually are scared. The moment we say like, policeman, hey, don't do anything bad because we'll call the police. So they don't have that concept anymore. They started appreciating the policemen because they are our protectors after all. So in that way, we conduct different activities. But I will give you one idea that we have not done it. So at least we can do together, it's okay. So the idea is that I got it from my friend or from one college, I guess. So they make that circular, they paint like there will be a shop, and then they paint that circular things so that they will maintain social distance like we see. So you can do that in the local shops, and then so that people will maintain social distance in any way that you can do it. Yeah. Okay. I hope I answer your question. Thank you.
Hi, good evening. Good to hear your presentation. I really liked it. I just wanted to know that you have taken Panchayat as a core institution for development, and in your presentation you have highlighted so many intervention, especially for women empowerment. So basically, in an institution like Panchayat, how do you ensure the participation of women members, and how you bring women members to the mainstreams and owning the trust of them to initiate any kind of work?
So interestingly, the panchayat that we work with, the president is the woman.
Oh,
So yeah, so that is like,
okay.
it's good because and even the last president was a woman in another panchayat that we work with. So like we can see that women are coming up, and then
Okay.
obviously it will take time, but then yeah, they are participating, and then you just have to give them a platform, and we have to keep on building their confidence that okay, they also can do something, and not only men. I'm not saying that men are depriving us of our right, but then we have to come up, and then we are trying to do that. That's why we started engaging with the children, from the children, so that when they grow up, they'll start speaking up and then start voicing out their opinions. So that is how we started, because sometimes behavioral change we can do most with the children. That's why we focus more on the children also. Thank you.
Yeah, agree. So my one more question I would like to ask, like, so there is a huge opinion difference between men and women. So like you have told, like the panchayat that you are working is headed by a women member. So you must have the experience of working in a panchayat where the head of the panchayat is a male person. So how do you see there is a difference between the woman who is heading a panchayat and the man who is heading a panchayat?
That is an interesting question. So from my experience, because I cannot say like from anyone's experience, but from my experience, it does not depend on whether what gender you have, like whether you are a male or a female. So if we talk to them and we build a good relationship with them, we kind of work equally. So if we ask if it's a male or it's a female, and then if we can get our ideas clear, and then if they can trust us, that gender does not define how they work with us. So that is what, from my experience. Because I cannot say from people's experience, but I have to answer from my experience.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. There is not a single quote answer to a particular questions, because I asked it by thinking like women and men think differently, talk differently. They perceive the things in their own different way. So as far as my experience of working with both of them is totally different, because women generally don't trust much as compared to the
Maybe because I'm a woman. They trust.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yes, Mrs.
But then the thing is, when we were, thank you so much. I think it's already 30 minutes beyond that time.
No, it's all right. We do not have any more sessions. So thank you so much. Thank you, Ms. Sahu, for asking this. Probably, this also depend upon the societal structure, and which region are you belong from. Particularly, like I would not say that entire country women are treated in that way or men are treated in that way, but it depend upon the region to region, and the societal structure. Like for example, Meghalaya, women are given more power, more strength, about the entire societal structure. Like I was told that the man has to go to the a bright place after the marriage. So I'm not sure so much, but this is like different in the other part of the country.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah, so you can see that so this depend on that. So anyhow, thank you, Mr. Sahu, for this wonderful question, and I do not see any much more questions. So I think we'll end it, because you might be having another program also, but we are finished of the day. We do not have. So thank you so much, Ms. Hazel, for coming, and
Thank you so much.
Yeah, we'll hope to meet
Thank
in
you
future.
so much for
Yeah,
inviting.
bye-bye. Yes. Bye-bye. Yeah.
Bye-bye.
So participants are requested to please give the feedback, and then see you tomorrow as scheduled. So we will be going to share all the detail there. And of course, the recording will also be shared. So thank you for being such a kind and humble and good listener. Thank you so much. So see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.